Hey everyone, what's up? My name's Alex. As some of you might know, my boyfriend Keith and I are on a 6-month-long road trip that's bringing us all the way from New York City down to Costa Rica and back. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about our time in Puebla, Mexico. So Puebla is a city in central Mexico. It sits at 7,000 feet elevation. And it's about an hour away from Mexico City. So we were there in February 2021. It was kind of like the height of COVID, pre-vaccines, so everything was closed when we were there. So basically we kind of just like hung out at our Airbnb, but we drove around and we walked around parts of the city. It was kind of hard to find anything that was open. We did find some good vegan food to eat. But we were also tired because it was day 13 and 14 on the road. We'd already driven 2,500 miles. We were kind of going nonstop every day. So it was kind of a nice little reset to just, you know, like sit around and watch Netflix. We were tired. Sometimes being on the road for this long is a little exhausting. It's amazing, but driving every day like hundreds of miles and being in the car for like 6 hours a day, it starts to get to you. So you know, you need those days to wind down every now and then a little. So it wasn't like the worst thing that everything was closed. And sometimes also when you're on a trip like this, there's just like so much stimulation all the time that it's nice to get a day to just like not think. So I hope you guys enjoy what's up next. It's just basically a few scenes of the city. It's a short video, but enjoy. Hi, we're on our way to Puebla from San Miguel de Allende. We're about 2 hours away. It's about a 4.5-hour drive total. So we were on the road for like 4 hours. We didn't hit any traffic at all. It was smooth sailing. And then we got to this toll right before you get into Puebla, and we were there for like 30 minutes just backed up, but it was fine. It was like the most traffic we've been stuck in Mexico. But this toll did cost like $20, which was probably the most expensive one we came across in our entire drive. Hi, we're in Puebla right now. There's the city. So like I said, everything in Puebla was closed for the most part, but we drove over to el Centro Histórico de los Fuertes. Fuertes means fort, and we just walked around that area and checked out the colonial architecture. So it was really beautiful, and you can also overlook all of Puebla from there. So after walking around the forts for a little bit, we got really hungry. So we found this place called Cafeteria Tamin. It's a little gluten-free vegan restaurant. And it was kind of confusing when we got there. We couldn't find it. And then we realized it was because it was behind this like garden, behind this hotel. But once we found it, it was like so beautiful. There was a building like covered in vines with like an old green like 1950s pickup truck in front of it. As we're driving, you can see Popo Volcano. So it's the second tallest mountain in all of Mexico. It stands at 17,802 feet, and Puebla itself is at 7,005 feet. So you can imagine how crazy and ominous this volcano looks when you're already at elevation, and it looks huge. So we actually wanted to hike this volcano, but I think it's very closely monitored and it's usually closed. And I don't think it was closed because of COVID. I think it was closed because it can erupt at any time. It's one of the most active volcanoes in the northern hemisphere. So that's pretty crazy because it's directly next to two big cities, Mexico City and Puebla. So hopefully that doesn't erupt anytime soon, but it's amazing to see. So throughout Central and South America, it's very common to see street performers or people trying to wash your windshield at red lights. Don't be alarmed if someone just jumps up onto your car. It's happened to us multiple times, but you know, Keith and I always try and support when this happens, so we will give the equivalent of $1 usually, or whatever loose change we have in the car. It's very important to keep in mind that not everyone has the same opportunities that we have, and that we are very lucky to be traveling the way we are. So when we can give back, we definitely do, because why not? So if you enjoyed watching, please subscribe and check out my blog at groovinandcruisin.com. The next city we will be visiting is Oaxaca City. So stay tuned for the next video. It'll be up soon. Take care. Bye.